Hi, everyone. Welcome to another interview from our interview series with successful business analysis practitioners. Today, we will be interacting with Sulu, who is a CBAP certified business analyst now. And let's hear that journey of becoming CBAP certified in our own words. My name is Nitin, and I will be the host for this particular interview. Hi, Sulu. Thank you for giving us this time. And how are you? How's everything going?
Thanks, Nitin, for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences. And I will give a bit more about how I started and about my background. So I started CBAP certification journey in 2022 October, and I finished my certification in 2024. So as a working mother and while managing my work life as well as everything around, and CBAP is not an easy certification. So I've been working as a business analyst for quite a number of years now. And it was always on my mind that I wanted to achieve this certification because it's, first of all, it's professionally recognized. And then once it's there, everybody recognizes your CV and stuff. It's very easy to get through those filtration process, like recruitment process. So that was one of the things I always wanted to achieve. And it's for personal satisfaction as well. Now, that's a bit more about why I started, and I've been doing it for like a long time, but finally I've done it. So feel good about it. Yeah.
Great. So before the certification, Sulu, if you can tell us what you were doing, more about yourself, your professional background. Was it? Did you start your career from business analysis, or there was something else which you were doing before?
Sure. So Nitin, actually, I started my career as an ETL developer 20 years ago. And then the transition from ETL phase to business analyst happened unknowingly. So I started doing some of the roles, tech lead, business, ETL lead, and then I started interacting a lot more with businesses, understanding what are their reporting requirements are, what are the problems they are facing. And then I became that a glue or the person who interacts between technical team and a business team. So for a couple of years, I was not sure I'm playing a role of a business analyst. I was still working as a ETL lead or data manager, but then in the back end somewhere I was doing that business analysis a lot, working along with business, doing lots of workshops, understanding problems, and then gathering those reporting requirements, or related to ETL jobs, finding which system we will find this data, what we can do, how we can solve, how we can get data elements together, what's the question we can help with solving. I've always been a data fit, so I became like a data business analyst, but then it was unknowingly which has happened with me. And this realization came when I was doing my course with Techcanvass, and I don't remember the name, but then in one of the session it started, who is a business analyst? And I was like, yes, I never got the title initially, but I've been doing this role for a quite good number of years. And formally, I got my title actually when I joined one of the big bank over here. And that was my formal title, Senior Business Analyst. And that triggered the thought that I need to do certification CBAP as well.
So, this does happen, Sulu. I mean, I've seen this, and I've heard from many individuals as well that knowingly or unknowingly, they actually perform some of the business analysis activities. They don't get that title, but they are doing some of the other business analysis activities in their professional world. But yeah, great to hear that. I mean, I'm excited seeing your excitement of becoming CBAP certified. So how was the preparation? How did it go? Did you face any challenges? Because this is not an easy certification to crack. It comes with a lot of challenges.
Yes. So as I said, I started my course in October 2022, which was a couple of weeks I finished, and then I had on my mind I will start preparing for the exam. But then when I started really going through some of the materials and practice exams, I was like, no, I need to put in more effort, because some of the concepts were or the areas which I have worked, but then I didn't have clarity or like a clear process understanding. So I was looking for an opportunity or gathering more information. How do we do that? what I need to do it, and then how do I prepare. So it was not just, I didn't want it to do certification just for sake of doing it. I wanted to understand the concepts as well and how best I can apply. So to give an example, what is a use case diagram and activity diagram? What's the difference? So how do we use that? So some of the stuff I have done it, but some certain diagrams I have never used it. So it was more of understanding. And though I may not have done on hand, or like I may not have on hand experience, like on job experience, but I have tried gathering the information or asking or working along with my BA colleagues. If you have done this, when you do it, why do you do it, and how do you apply this knowledge? So that definitely helped, and those concepts, having that clarity on those concepts, helped me preparing CBAP, because if you're just reading through the book, it gets boring after a while. It's just like I didn't remember anything. I was like, I'm going back to square one. What does this mean? So I started understanding the concepts and how I can apply, or in which circumstances people apply these. And that was more of understanding concepts just rather than sticking to book. Yeah.
Okay, great. As a training provider, and I say this all the time, your success is our success. How did you feel? How was the training? And which element of the training you liked the most? Was it question bank? Was it the trainer, or the overall course material itself?
So I would say it's everything. It's not just one aspect of it. It's a package thing. It's so obviously first thing was an introduction to all the concept and how you do this formally. So definitely doing that course opened up, okay, how I should tackle this book, BABOK, because I bought BABOK for before joining the course, but it was more of how I should tackle this book. What are the strategies I need to adopt? And then the next thing was like, okay, once I have adopted this strategy, I now know how to read this book, how to look at these business areas or knowledge areas. And then the next thing was like, now I know, but then the questions, the exam is quite different. So it's not what you do on day-to-day basis. Questions are a bit tricky. So when something says, how do you find this, or what is not to be done? So those kind of questions, paying attention, so that in that matter, question bank helped me to understand, and some of the mathematical questions or finance related stuff as well. You do it on day-to-day basis, but then exam is very different. So question bank practice, I have done question bank twice actually. I appeared all the four practice tests twice with a gap, like, and then and it gets overwhelming finding those 3 hours for doing that exam. But yes, eventually you have to do it. It was pushing yourself and keeping you motivated that I need to crack that, because I didn't want to reappear for the exam. So my strategy was do it, but do it at one go and crack it. So that was my thing. So I spent a lot of time preparing myself, getting ready, and spending time on weekends learning and practicing.
I think all that planning, all that strategy worked, Sulu. You cracked it. Yes. You became CBAP certified. So now you're CBAP certified. You have that on your CV. You have that on your profile. Any tips who are preparing for this? Any top three tips which you want to share?
First thing, don't rush through it. Take your time. And third thing is prepare. That's it. Okay. No shortcuts to CBAP. And one thing I definitely which has helped me was like whatever question I have asked to Monica, and I was part of that bigger group on WhatsApp. So whatever questions were coming in or tips, I always kept watch on it and implemented it. So the discussions or webinars, that all helps. So keep your eyes and ears open and keep grabbing the information and keep preparing.
Okay, all right. Thank you for spending this time with us, and congratulations again, and all the best.
Thanks,
thank you again for spending this time with us.